Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. That's right, you're not seeing things. I am making videos again. We'll see how long this lasts. But today, I wanted to do a video that is going to feel a little bit like coming home. I'm going to talk about a book that I just finished reading. Just finished it last night, and that is Slan by A.E. Van Vogt. I picked this up, inspired partly by Steve Donahue, when he was reading it and talking about it during Rocket Summer. I said, I think I've got that on my shelf. I haven't read much in the way of A.E. Van Vogt, but the way he talked about it made it seem interesting, and I figured it's nice. It's relatively short. I'd give it a shot. And so let's start by looking at what it says on the back. So, superior beings. Years ago, mankind fought against the hated Slan race in their fierce Slan wars. The result was the extermination of almost all Slans and the establishment of a worldwide police state. But Slan Jommy Cross has escaped extermination and was now living in constant fear in the world of cruel humans. Jommy was determined to avoid detection, track down other surviving Slans, and with them, solve the mystery of the Slan's strange existence and superiority. And that does an okay job of giving you an idea of what this is about. It sets up the backdrop. Slans are, for lack of a better word, mutants. There's an experiment that creates them, and they are capable of essentially reading thoughts. That is surface level power. That can go further than that. But as the contrasting premise here, you have humans and you have Slans, who, as we are introduced to them, have tendrils around their hair. So, like, they are distinct. They are visible. They cannot hide very easily. And that sets up part of the premise here on Jommy and what he's trying to do. He's trying to avoid detection as he's growing older, because he does grow up with the book, and try to uncover the past with the Slans, the future, their role in the future. He encounters a set of Slans that do not have tendrils, that are born without them. And they are at odds both with humans and with the tendrilled Slans. So that creates a kind of a power triangle, so to speak, that he's trying to navigate and avoid getting captured, getting killed, anything like that. It's a real interesting book. I wouldn't say it's a great book, but I wouldn't say it's a bad book either. It was entirely entertaining. I had a hard time putting it down. I wanted to keep reading the book. It was really enjoyable. And for that reason, I definitely do recommend it if you haven't read anything by A. Van Vogt, or if you just haven't read Slan yet. It is absolutely worth your time to read it. It has some interesting characters. It's predictable in some of the things that you would expect from an author of this era. The science probably won't hold a whole lot of water compared to today. It's not trying to. It's, I'd say, maybe a half step above being like kind of a pulpy story, being told merely to entertain. But it's got some interesting characters. It's got a couple of interesting twists along the way. You get a sense of increasing stakes. There was a very shocking and unexpected moment about 2/3 of the way through the book that I don't want to spoil in any way, shape, or form. But there are two main characters that you follow their point of view, and they kind of dance back and forth between them through a good portion of the book. And this other person, of course, is a Slan. And so you get to see it from two different perspectives, and they grow up in two different kinds of circles and societies. And their paths will inevitably intertwine, as you would expect, going into it. Yeah, it was a very satisfying read. and it felt like a very fitting book to come back and talk about as a sort of non-comic book way of returning to making some booktube videos, chatting with some of you friends, and it's an enjoyable thing. I haven't been doing nearly as much reading over the course of the summer, but I'm getting the itch back to want to read some more and to talk about some reading some more. And so here we are. I recommend it. I wouldn't spend a ton of money on it. This is a copy that I'm probably going to pass along. I don't know that I'll ever feel the need to reread it. But it was absolutely worth reading at least once. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have read it and want to talk about it, feel free to leave a comment, to hit me up on Voxer, send me an email, something like that. I'll have that information down below. But otherwise, we'll keep it short and sweet here to try to get back into the saddle, into the swing of things. And, it'll probably be a couple days, but I will be back with talking about a Conan, one of the Conan pastiche novels from L. Sprague de Camp that I'm currently in the middle of. And, well, you'll see which one it is and what I think about it once I get to the end of it. So, catch you later.